Hey guys, in this video I'm going to talk about the HTML elements, different types of HTML elements and the elements which are most used. As you know, HTML is the standard markup language for creating web pages, and the websites you visit every day are nothing but a collection of web pages, or they at least have one web page. Whatever technology is there behind the scene of a particular website, at the end of the day it's going to use HTML to show you the contents in your web browser. So that's why it's very important to understand HTML elements, as HTML pages are nothing but a collection of HTML elements nested in one another. Each HTML element is created using HTML tags. So let's first understand the general syntax and different types of HTML tags. Each HTML tag starts with an opening angle bracket, then followed by the tag name, and then ends with a closing angle bracket. HTML tags can be classified into two types: paired tags and unpaired tags. As the name implies, a paired tag consists of two tags, whereas an unpaired tag is just a single tag. In case of paired tag, as it has two tags, the first one is called the opening tag and the second one is called the closing tag. Both of them are identical except the closing tag includes an extra forward slash before the tag name. Unpaired tags can be written in the normal way, or it can be closed by putting an forward slash at the end. Now let's look at some examples. Some examples of paired tags can be HTML tag, head tag, title tag, body tag, heading tag, paragraph tag, etc. Some examples of unpaired tags are link tag, image tag, input tag, etc. Now, if we put some content between the opening and the closing tag, it will become an HTML element. Remember, for a particular HTML element, we can put some text as the content or another HTML elements as the content, depending on how World Wide Web Consortium has defined rules for that particular element. And as you can see, in case of unpaired tags, there is only one tag present and we cannot put any content here. So these are called no content elements or empty elements. Now let's look at the classifications of HTML elements. HTML elements can be classified into 14 types depending on their usage. The first one is the root or top level element. Then comes document metadata or meta related elements, or you can say the machine data related elements. Then comes the content root element, then text elements, content sectioning elements. There are several inline text semantics, list elements, image and multimedia elements, tables, forms, scripting elements, graphic elements, embedded content, interactive elements. All of these elements are classified based on their usage and how they should appear in a HTML page. It's not possible to cover all of this in a single video, so I will make separate video for each of this topic. In this video, let's look at some very basic elements. The HTML element is called the root element, as all other elements must be put inside this HTML element, inside this opening HTML tag and the closing HTML tag. The first element inside this HTML element must be a head element which contains all the meta related elements, like the document title. So whatever we will put between this opening title tag and the closing title tag will appear in our page title. Remember here, the content inside the title tag must be some text content. We cannot put any other HTML elements inside this title element. But this was not the case in case of HTML and head element. They are designed to contain other HTML elements inside them. The developer organization of HTML has defined many more rules for each tag in HTML, and I will talk about that in separate videos. The next one is the body element, which is also called the content root, as all other content related elements must be put inside this body element. So inside HTML element there will be two parent elements. The first one is the head element which contains all the meta related elements, and the next one is the body element which contains content related elements. The next one is the heading elements. There are 6 levels of heading from H1 to H6. So again, the content inside this H1 tags must be some text content. We cannot put any HTML element inside these heading elements. Then comes the paragraph element. This element is used to create a paragraph in your HTML page. So we need to put some text content inside these p tags so it will appear as a paragraph in our HTML page. And the last one for today is the division element. We can put any other text content elements or other elements inside this division element. But remember, it is not that we can put all other elements inside this division element. There are some rules. I will explain about that in a separate video. Now open your favorite text editor and paste this HTML. Let's save this HTML and open it in a browser. And it will look like this. Now as you can see, the page title appears as my HTML page, whatever we have written inside the title tag. And this is the H1 heading and this is the H2 heading. This heading and paragraph is outside division and this one is inside the division. To understand that, let's add some inline styling to the division. As you can see here, adding inline styling to the division tag only changes the elements inside the division tag. Elements outside the division tag remains untouched. So in this way you can have a certain styling for a specific group of tag. This is it for now. See you in the next one.